This was really a remarkable journey that I embarked on last week. Donald Trump turned Pennsylvania red for the first time since the 1980s by forcing some lifelong Democrats to rethink their party loyalty. We went to Erie County to hear from a few of them.
Good morning, Erie. I am Barry Dane Steinhagen.
Erie may be famous for big snowstorms, but this was an earthquake.
People were looking for change.
In a county that hasn't gone Republican since Ronald Reagan and that delivered 2 landslide victories to Barack Obama.
I was a Democrat my entire life.
Do you feel that Hillary kind of ignored our area?
Yes.
A place reeling from high unemployment and plant closings.
And we heard a voice.
We're going to bring back our jobs to Pennsylvania. We're going to bring back our jobs to the United States.
I think Trump was our only hope.
Hello. Hi. Welcome to the Lawrence Park Diner.
I'm more hopeful than I have been in months and years.
Judy Phelps was a lifelong Democrat. Did you vote for President Obama?
Yes, I did.
Both times?
Yeah.
But this time?
I did not like Hillary. She seemed phony. When I saw Donald Trump, I didn't always like some of the things that he said, but he was not afraid. He didn't mince words. He knew exactly where he stood.
There's a lot riding on this, for me and my family.
That's because Dave Locke was making $30 an hour at General Electric's locomotive plant until the letter that so many around here dread.
Due to reduction in the workforce, you will be removed from your current job.
My family's security has now been taken away. So it's hard to put into words what exactly that feels like when you lose it all.
Did you support President Obama in 2008 or 2012?
I did.
When you learned you had lost your job, it was the heat of this presidential campaign.
I think it was more for Bernie in the beginning, but I think as things went on, it clearly became Trump pretty quick. I liked his boldness, his bluntness. I liked the fact that he's a businessman and he wanted to bring business back to this country.
Lisa Adams has been a TV reporter in Erie for more than 30 years. The media's favorite excuse was that the Trump vote was hidden, but some of it was hiding in plain sight, right?
It was almost as if people were afraid to say who they were for. But certainly when Donald Trump came here in the summer,
Unbelievable.
there was a huge turnout.
We see what's happened with General Electric where they're cutting way back. Not going to have it.
There was a real hunger for change.
Scott Slauson is union president at GE.
It almost felt like the Democratic Party wasn't speaking the message of the average working man through the campaign.
The union endorsed Bernie Sanders in the primaries, and his signs still hang at their headquarters. But they never formally endorsed Hillary Clinton. Are there any thoughts to what might have been if you'd been able to get the union behind Hillary Clinton? If she'd come here and asked for it, might it have made a difference?
That, I think, was one of her downfalls. Donald didn't make that mistake. Bernie Sanders didn't make that mistake, but Hillary Clinton did. They both came here, yes.
Do you think some of the folks that were for Bernie in the primary ended up voting for Donald Trump?
I'd say probably at least 50% of our membership probably voted for Donald Trump.
If he sat right here and said, how can I help you and your beautiful daughter and your wife? How can I make your life better and your family's life better? What would you tell him to do?
Do what he promises. Jobs are a huge thing.
And you're attracted to his toughness, too.
People are just too soft anymore. The news is covering all these celebrities all the time now. They're refusing to be at Trump's inauguration. They're refusing to perform. They don't live in the real world. I'm worried about putting food on my family's table. They're worried about which of their 10 Mercedes they're going to drive to go out to dinner that night.
How did you feel as Election Day got closer? We were predicting that Hillary Clinton would narrowly win. So were you feeling depressed? Mm-hmm. And then how'd you feel on Election Day?
Oh my gosh, this is wonderful.
And if he sat down with us, what would you urge him to do as president?
Filter what you say and just know when to back off a little bit.
Like think before you speak.
Yeah, think before you speak. Engage your brain before it comes out your mouth.
Do you think he's a good man?
He's not any worse than the politicians.
Is he better?
I hope. I hope.
Boy, that was an extraordinary exchange right there, an extraordinary set of interviews. Interesting, too, that jump from the Bernie supporters to Trump supporters.
Right. People hypothesized about that, but I hadn't really seen and heard from those voters till I went out last week.
It's a great series. We'll look forward to it.
Yeah.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.